everyone, I'm Chelsea Taylor and I'm here today with Corey Hufford from Hair Construction. Just want to get started and kind of give us an idea of what hair construction really is.
Okay, so Hair Construction is a group, it's an international group of artistic directors from 15 countries, and we provide the world's best online education for hairdressers.
Okay, so give us an idea of when Hair Construction started, where the company was founded, because it has an international presence, as you said.
Yeah, that's right. People from all over. It started in Denmark, and the core of the team is based in Europe.
Okay.
And it started many years ago, and over the past 10 years, they create consistent collections twice every year of instructional books and videos for hairdressers.
So very educational, informative for stylists around the world.
Yeah, exactly. For both beauty school level students, amateurs, and then your more experienced hairdressers as well. It's all levels.
So now you are taking that content, that brand name, and you're bringing it to the United States. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, and we're doing it kind of in a club form,
Okay.
where somebody joins the Hair Construction Club. They get access to the entire collection of instructional videos and
Okay.
books, and then they also get rebates when they buy products through our partners.
Okay.
Meaning, when they buy color, shampoo, treatments, or whatever from our partners, they'll get rewarded every year with money back to help pay for their education.
So when is this going to start? Has it started yet? Have you guys just kind of been positioning and doing your marketing for starting the actual club, or when's its kickoff, so to speak?
Yeah, we did a soft launch in December,
Okay.
just recently.
So just not too long ago.
Yeah, and it went really well. We got a lot of feedback from the hairdressers we introduced it to, and we're now through the accelerator going to be improving our messaging and our website.
Okay, so you did start off with kind of your own marketing vision. You guys kind of got a team together to do your marketing to kind of see how it would be received, and now you're ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're also fortunate because we have two exclusive partners. One is called Vagaro.com.
Okay.
They do online scheduling.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, they do online scheduling and marketing for hairdressers, so they can store all their client information and do all their business reports
Great.
through their mobile device or computer. And then Enzo Milano, they do styling tools like the world's first clipless curling iron and hot irons and things. So they're very popular, and they both together have over 50,000 users.
So that's given you just huge exposure.
So they've grandfathered all of their users into our club.
That's amazing.
And so it's a really good starting off point for us.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Launchpad, because I know that you're kind of, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, you are using the hair construction branding and content, everything like that, but as far as from funding, you guys have started this on your own, correct?
Yeah, correct. It was funded through a few people and a couple angels.
Angel investors,
Some
we like those.
Angel investors, yeah, that was very nice and helpful, and that got us to the point to prove the concept.
How did you go about getting your angel investors, to bring it back to that entrepreneurial standpoint of how you find these people?
First it was, almost
standing on the side of the street yelling at people.
mass mailers throughout my head. No, first it was using a lot of our own money to explore the idea, talk with potential partners, talk with hairdressers, and saying this is really, really there.
Right.
And then at that point, when you believe it yourself, friends and family believe it.
It's a little easier to sell.
Yeah.
Because you're selling yourself at the end of the day.
You are, and you're also selling the content that we're not creating this content. The hair construction stuff,
proven,
it's
established.
existing.
You're just bringing it here.
Hair construction the past decade has worked for every major product company: the L'Oreals, the Wellas, the Redkins, Revlons, Macadamia.
Huge brand names.
Exactly. So it's not only proven, but in the United States, it's really needed.
Okay.
Where hairdressers go to beauty school, sometimes only 6 months.
Yeah. So tell us about that, because you obviously know a lot about that market.
Yeah.
What is the market lacking that hair construction is going to fulfill for people, for stylists, for hairdressers?
Yeah. So when hairdressers hear the word education, they say, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." Well, we're trying to do something different. So a lot of our business challenge to overcome that and open people up to it, because in Europe, people go to beauty school for 3 or 4 years just to learn hair. So in the United States, my mother went to beauty school like 40 years ago.
Right.
And things haven't really...
1922. No.
Hi, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Things haven't really...
2 years ago.
Things haven't really changed since then.
Right.
So in 6 to 10 months, they learn not only how to cut, color, and style hair, but also how to do fingers and toenails.
Right,
do
everything.
makeup
It's
and
the whole
stitches.
cosmetic kind of board. Right.
So when they get into the industry, they 70% of people leave the industry within 3 years.
Because they're cutting bad hair.
They're cutting back hair, or they're in a salon. They have no opportunity to get experience or mentorship. And so our tools can be that bridge to help them, give them, useful, available, accessible direction on how to do world-class hairstyles.
So tell us about the tools then. Is it, we talked about the mobile aspect of it, or the web app, aspect of it, and then tell us about how it is the hands-on training. What if I'm a stylist? How is it going to help me? What's everything that I could use?
So yeah, you can use it on your cell phone, your computer, your iPad. You can use the styles as a style discovery tool for your clients. Instead of like they currently always bring in a picture they ripped out of People magazine.
Yeah.
Say, make me look like this. And the hairdresser. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
And rarely does the hairdresser know how to create that. It's a two-dimensional picture. They can't
they can't see the back. They can't. No, that's such a good point. Actually.
So our tools solve. That's one of the problems.
Right. You have that 360 dimension to it.
You can see all the sizes and different style ideas for that, and then obviously instructions how to create it.
Step-by-step kind of.
Yeah. But then there's also, you can, the instructions how to do it. We have that for cuts and colors, styles, using extensions, all that stuff, styling tools. And then also we're going to be launching a certification for hair construction people who want to be instructors in their own community.
Okay.
So they can train people in their salon, or if they're in a franchise salon, those people, or put on their own classes.
So it's going to really kind of take that mentorship to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. We want to enable them to be a teacher, instructor, or platform artist on their own. Kind of like what...
I love that, platform artist.
Something this accelerator has already helped us at is someone gave us the idea, be the Zumba for hairdressers. Zumba enables people who are into fitness and fun and provides an entrepreneurial opportunity for them.
No, absolutely.
And we'll be doing the same thing for hairdressers.
So then what is your marketing platform going to be moving forward? Let's go back though and talk a little bit about Launchpad, because I think that's huge that you guys have done that and been able to. There's a lot of people that entered it. Tell everybody what Launchpad is first, and then we'll talk about.
So Launchpad, it's following the traditional accelerator model to help businesses grow in a community. And
you had to apply to get that.
You had to apply. So there was 133 applicants from around the world.
International, exactly.
Yeah,
and there was
Europe, US, and South America.
There was only 10.
Yeah, they got it down to 20, and so we got the call that, hey, you're one of the top 20. So, okay, there's a good chance.
This is awesome.
And then we're fortunate to be one of the 10 who get free office space for a year, $25,000 in funding with no equity stake, which is really uncommon. Huge. And that's because the Miami DDA, the Downtown Development Authority, is supporting it. And
they're supporting hospitality, service industries, everything like that, which is amazing for entrepreneurs in the area that are looking for something to help people who've got these great ideas to back them for growth. So I think that's amazing. How did you guys find out about Launchpad in the first place?
I don't remember exactly, but I'm on a lot of email lists and try to go to some events and keep up. I've always been kind of community oriented through my profession and hobbies.
Right, so you have that kind of that investor relations, try to kind of see where.
Yeah, got here and joined, Startup Digest right away, and that led me to Refresh Miami and just all these different groups who, organize people such as myself in our hair construction team.
Right, and help with the funding and everything like that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us more then. So you've got Launchpad.
Yep.
You're gonna, have your lease for free for a year, which is great, and everything like that. What are they going else to be? How else are they going to support you as far as marketing, or is that going to be, back on your team pretty much?
Well, I know that throughout the course of this, they're going to be trying to get their own publicity for their program about us, and so we'll get.
So
we'll be on the coattails for that, of course, and we can use that however we choose. But from the first day, when we all get together and say, hey, here we are, let's begin, they're going to introduce us to mentors. The past month they've been putting together that.
What kind of mentors are they introducing you to?
I don't know, but I do know that it's going to be, people that have experience that are similar to what we have, or
a similar model,
businesses that overlap
with
things we're doing. So we're in the creativity vertical.
Okay.
And so I don't know who it's going to be, but it could be. We'll find out soon.
No, that's great. That's really, really great.
But hopefully, somebody can give you one idea you didn't have, or help you avoid one mistake. It's all worth it.
And you guys are open to. So tell us about the team that you have here in Miami then.
Okay, so Hair Construction Club here in the U.S. was founded by myself and Magdalena Pelfy. She lives here in Miami, and she is one of the artistic directors from the team and has been for years. And so it was her experience working in the United States, coming
And she's
from Europe.
coming more up from the stylist side.
Exactly.
Okay.
She's a very successful, experienced stylist, who's well trained from Europe.
Right.
Worked in Europe for a long time, and then worked in the United States on Rodeo Drive, and in Manhattan Beach.
Very nice.
And even at this level, she could see there's such a need for education, not only for the famous stylists, but people that come into their salon.
Absolutely.
And so that was when she kind of had the aha moment. Here's a problem, hair construction's the answer.
Okay.
And then it took us a while to figure out exactly what that model was going to be.
So then tell us about how your background, because obviously you are coming from a different background than she is, and I think it's really important for a business standpoint to understand how two people with very different backgrounds can come together, and that's a good thing because to have a team with that much diversity.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, completely. It's really good because we are definitely different,
Mm-hmm.
much different experiences from different cultures and everything. But she has all of that experience and insight into the industry, and then I have more of the business, sales, and marketing experience.
Mm-hmm.
And together we really complement each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're using Pele Fries, who started the hair construction system, creates the content. He does that. Magdi is kind of like she brings the insight in what problems to approach and how. And then I help everybody execute everything.
Right. So it's great to have such a strong team with the business aspect, the creative
Yeah.
aspects, and everything like that.
Yeah, and it, this kind of, it's the culmination of my past few startups I've worked with that have been a variety of industries, from green energy and sustainability to internet commerce and marketing.
Okay.
And then this is kind of like the next step where we are, on the verge of building a large team,
Mm-hmm.
both of hairdressers and of salespeople and people that do customer relations and a tech team.
Okay.
So-
Tell us about your past startups. How is this similar to what you're doing now? How is it different? How has it prepared you?
So, my first startup I did, I guess you would say pseudo-professionally, was called Green Color Energy, and it was about helping big businesses save money by using less electricity and water and things like that. And I originally started that to do homes and found out businesses were much more exciting.
Okay.
So I ended up in these big boardrooms. I was like a 25-year-old.
I wanted to be a door-to-door. Can I help you? And
Yeah, I thought I'd be an addict, moving insulation around. And I end up in a boardroom of large energy companies in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Right.
explaining to them how to save money and what to do and how to train their people to be
Mm-hmm.
involved in these programs. So anyways, that kind of was a kernel to now we sit in these big rooms with the directors of multinational hair product
companies.
So
that's good in itself. It
yeah.
prepares you. I mean, that's the thing. You can, as an entrepreneurial and in that mindset, you can come from very different industries, very different industry segments, a lot of different experience, but it's still the same,
Same
same
relationship.
skill set,
And so another one that was really valuable was based in Santa Monica, California. It was a company called Deal Quad, which was like a Groupon for colleges.
Okay.
And I was really early on that team. I think I was number 4. And that was about, online marketing and sales. So I would deal with customer relations with businesses in that college community. We try and get students on board to buy these deals and support that business. And so it all leads into this. Yeah.
So where do you see, what's the future? What's the main goal for hair construction in the U.S. in the next, 5 years? Because you guys are just about to kind of really go big in this month, right?
2013 is going to be a really, really life-changing event for hairdressers and hair construction.
Okay.
Our stated goal is to improve the talent and education level of hairdressers. There's a big need for that. We have the content to do that. And so every day we're focused on different approaches and trying to refine those approaches to make it accessible and, get it into the hands of hairdressers to make more money, become more confident, become more experienced, and, obviously help their clients as well.
Okay, so can you go ahead then and show me how the hair construction app works?
Of
You have your
course.
iPad here, so.
Of course, yeah. So we have an
techie.
extensive collection of over 300 videos for hairdressers, and they're all here. So on an iPad, you can go through here. This is one collection, and find different styles, whether you're a client or a hairdresser.
So if I'm in, with my stylist and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love hers, she can go ahead and go right to it and kind of get that a whole tutorial on how to make me look so pretty.
Yeah, because usually people look in a magazine for style.
That was
so we
the
have
huge
it
thing,
all.
that two-dimensional, that totally resonates, because it is.
Yeah.
You look at it, you don't see the front of the back or how the layers are or how everything looks, so.
Yeah, and then if a hairdresser wants to know how to do it, they press play, and up pops the video, different style ideas, a head diagram, how to section the hair.
It's amazing.
And then in 7 different languages, we have what you do in every section.
Right.
To create that style. And the videos are all like 2 to 5 minutes long, so it's
Okay.
something that
From cut, color to finish.
right,
Everything.
yeah, something
Wow.
that an artistic hairdresser doesn't lose their attention during.
Right.
Compared
Not
to
40 minutes long and trying to skip through to get to the point.
Right. And so that's it. You know, we try to make it as simple and usable as possible.
That's
Now we
amazing.
have 100 features we want to add
Okay.
over the coming year to, drive traffic to salons and things like that.
Right.
Generally, that's it.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Chelsea. Imagine
Thank
too.
you. Good luck with everything.
Thanks.